Okay, get ready to dive deep. We're talking all things blood-brain barrier today.
Oh, yeah. Fascinating stuff.
It really is. And honestly, the research you sent over
Oh, thanks.
is, it's incredible how this barrier basically acts as a super selective filter, like a nightclub bouncer for your brain.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Keeps the VIPs in and all the riffraff out?
Exactly, talking about keeping those toxins and pathogens far, far away from our precious brains, right?
Right.
But before we get into all that, let's break it down. What exactly is this blood-brain barrier? I mean, I know it's important, but how does it actually work?
Sure. So, at its core, the blood brain barrier, or BBB for short, is all about protection.
Protection.
Yeah, think of it as this highly specialized, super tight wall that lines all those blood vessels in your brain.
A wall, okay.
Yeah, and this wall, it's made up of these tightly packed cells called endothelial cells.
Endothelial cells.
Yeah, and they form these super tight junctions, leaving almost no space for anything to sneak through.
So that's how it keeps those harmful substances out.
Exactly. And by carefully regulating what goes in and out, the BBB creates this perfect little environment, this microenvironment that the brain needs to function properly.
That's fascinating. So it sounds like the BBB is basically a gatekeeper, carefully screening every molecule trying to enter the brain.
You got it.
I'm curious, though, if it's so strict, how do essential things like oxygen and glucose get through?
Well, the BBB isn't completely impenetrable. It has these specialized transport systems, think of them like tiny doorways, that allow those essential molecules to pass through.
Oh, okay. So like glucose and oxygen have the right key to unlock those doors.
Exactly. And those transport systems are incredibly efficient at getting those vital nutrients into the brain quickly. It's really quite remarkable.
It is. But this whole super picky thing must make treating brain disorders super tricky, right?
Yeah, one of the biggest challenges in neuroscience, for sure.
Like if most medications can't even get past this barrier, how are we supposed to actually treat conditions that affect the brain directly?
It's definitely a tough nut to crack, but researchers are working on some very clever solutions.
Oh, do tell.
One promising approach is something called the Trojan horse strategy, which is kind of cool when you think about it.
The Trojan horse,
Yeah.
like from Greek mythology. I'm intrigued. How does that work?
Basically, scientists are trying to trick the BBB. They take the medication and disguise it.
Disguise it.
Yeah, like attaching it to a molecule that the BBB naturally lets in.
So it's like the medication is sneaking in, hidden in plain sight.
Exactly. That's the idea. Anyway, still under development, but showing some promising results in early trials.
Wow, talk about outsmarting the bouncer.
Hmm.
But what about cases where the BBB itself is damaged or not functioning properly? What causes that to happen?
Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms, unfortunately. When the BBB is compromised, it can lead to a whole host of neurological problems.
So what kinds of things can actually mess with this barrier, this wall? I mean, it sounds pretty strong.
Well, it is, but it's not invincible. Things like chronic inflammation, head injuries, even hypertension, those can all weaken the BBB over time.
Inflammation, interesting.
Mhm.
Is that like when your body's basically in a constant state of fight or flight?
Exactly, and that chronic inflammation can disrupt those tight junctions between the endothelial cells.
Those tight junctions, so basically creating leaks in the wall.
Exactly, and once you have leaks, things that shouldn't be getting into the brain can start to sneak through.
And that can lead to,
Well, a whole bunch of neurological problems, things like cognitive decline, even seizures in some cases.
it's incredible, isn't it, how this one barrier, something most people don't even know exists, is so crucial to our overall brain health.
Absolutely. And there's growing evidence linking a dysfunctional BBB to some serious neurodegenerative diseases.
Like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's.
Yeah, those are big ones, multiple sclerosis as well. Researchers are still trying to piece together all the puzzle pieces, but it's clear that a healthy BBB is crucial for protecting our brains as we age.
So what can we do? I mean, knowing how vital this barrier is, what can we do in our everyday lives to support its health?
Well, a lot of the same advice for overall health applies here. A healthy diet, regular exercise, managing stress.
Makes sense. But anything specific to the BBB?
Research is pointing to some specific things that might help, like diets rich in antioxidants. Those seem to be good.
Okay, antioxidant.
Yeah, and omega-3 fatty acids, those healthy fats found in things like fatty fish.
Salmon, walnuts, that sort of thing.
Yep, exactly. And don't underestimate the power of good sleep. It's crucial for all sorts of bodily functions, including maintaining a healthy BBB.
So it's back to the basics, healthy eating, exercise, enough sleep. But knowing why we're doing those things, understanding the science behind it, that's incredibly powerful.
I agree. And it's not just about prevention. Researchers are also working on some very exciting therapies that directly target the BBB.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, one area that's really taking off is focused ultrasound.
Focused ultrasound. That sounds intense.
It is, but in a good way. Scientists are figuring out how to use sound waves to temporarily open the BBB.
To open the BBB. Wow.
Yeah, it's very precise. It's not like blasting the whole brain open. This allows them to deliver medications or gene therapies directly to the affected areas.
So we're talking about bypassing the barrier altogether.
In a controlled way, yes. And early research suggests it could be a game changer for treating brain tumors, even repairing a damaged BBB in some cases.
That's mind-blowing. It's like something straight out of Star Trek. Sound waves to heal the brain.
I know, right? The future of medicine is pretty amazing.
It really is. And it all circles back to this amazing invisible shield, the blood-brain barrier, working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep our brains healthy. It's incredible how much we're learning about it and how we can support its vital work.
It's a testament to the brilliance and resilience of the human body.
Absolutely. And as we've discovered, the blood-brain barrier is more than just a wall. It's this dynamic system that's constantly interacting with its environment, protecting us, keeping things in balance. It's a marvel of biology.
I couldn't agree more.
And it just goes to show that sometimes the most important things in life are the ones we can't even see.
True that.
Well, this has been an absolutely incredible deep dive. I feel like I've learned so much about this fascinating and often overlooked part of our biology.
It's a complex topic for sure, but hopefully we've shed some light on why it matters.
I think we have. And for our listeners who are eager to learn more, we'll be sure to include some resources in the show notes.
Definitely. There's a whole world of research out there, always something new to discover.
Exactly. So keep those brains buzzing, folks, and those barriers strong. Until next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.